See Tech number 26 Windows Vista, Chapter 3, Introducing Windows Operating Systems. Following are differences in Windows 7 and Windows Vista that are associated with content covered in Chapter 3. User Account Control Box. In Vista, you have little control over when the User Account Control Box appears except to completely disable it, but for security purposes, that is not recommended. However, if you do decide to disable it in Vista, here's how. 1. In Control Panel, click User Accounts in the User Accounts and Family Safety group. In the User Accounts window, click Turn User Account Control on or off. Respond to the ACK box. 2. In the dialog box that appears, see Figure B1, uncheck Use User Account Control, UAC, to help protect your computer. Click OK. Close all windows. Chapter 7, Installing Windows. Following are differences in Windows 7 and Windows Vista that are associated with content covered in Chapter 7. How to prepare for and install Windows Vista. Recall that you can no longer purchase Windows Vista. However, you might be called on to reinstall Vista on an existing system. For the most part, if you know how to prepare for and install Windows 7, you can also install Vista. Editions and versions of Vista. The Vista editions are Windows Vista Starter, Home Basic, Home Premium, Business, Enterprise, and Ultimate. All the editions are included on the Windows Vista Setup DVD. The edition installed depends on the product key that you enter during the installation. The major features for all editions are listed in Table B1. As you can see from Table B1, all Vista editions except the Starter edition came in a 32-bit or 64-bit version. Table B2 lists the maximum memory supported by each edition. The recommended hardware requirements for Vista are the same as those for Windows 7, which are listed in Table 7.3 in Chapter 7. Install Vista and configure the system. An in-place upgrade, a clean install, and a dual boot installation of Vista begin and proceed the same way as do Windows 7 installations. The steps are not repeated here. After the Vista installation, you need to perform the same chores as described in Chapter 7 for Windows 7. Chapter 10, Maintaining Windows. Following are differences in Windows 7 and Windows Vista that are associated with content covered in Chapter 10. Create and use backups in Windows Vista. Vista handles backups differently than does Windows 7 for the Windows volume, user data, and restore points. These differences are covered next. Backup the Windows Vista volume. The backup of the Windows Vista volume is called the Complete PC Backup. The Complete PC Backup can be saved to a local device such as an external hard drive or to DVDs. Don't back up the volume to another partition on the same hard drive. After the initial backup is made, Vista will automatically keep this backup current by making incremental backups. Follow these steps to create the initial Complete PC Backup. 1. Connect your backup device to your PC. If you're using an external hard drive, use Windows Explorer to verify you can access the drive. 2. From Control Panel, in the System and Maintenance group, click Back up your computer. The Backup and Restore Center window appears, as shown in Figure B3. 3. Click Backup Computer and respond to the ACK dialog box. Vista displays a list of available backup devices. Select the backup media and click Next. 4. In the next window, Vista Backup shows you the Vista volume it will back up and gives you the opportunity to select other volumes it finds to include in the backup. Make your selections and click Next. 5. In the next window, the backup tells you the maximum amount of space expected for the backup. If you are backing up to DVDs, the backup tells you about how many DVDs are required. Click Start Backup to begin the backup. To use the Complete PC Backup image to restore a corrupted Vista volume, boot from the Vista Setup DVD, launch the Windows Recovery Environment, Windows RE, and select Windows Complete PC Restore on the System Recovery Options menu. Chapter 14 covers more about using Windows RE. Backup and restore user data. The Windows Vista Backup and Restore Center limits your decisions about which user file and folders on a Vista system you can back up. In addition, you are forced to backup data for all users. To set up a backup schedule of user data and settings, open the Backup and Restore Center window, shown earlier in Figure B3, click Backup File A, and respond to the ACK box. Following windows let you choose where to save the backup, the volumes to backup, and the type of file A to backup. The window that allows you to select the type of file A to backup is shown in Figure B4. The next window lets you set the backup schedule. To see the status of the last backup and change backup settings, click Start, All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, Backup Status and Configuration. The Backup Status and Configuration window opens, as shown in Figure B5. If you change the settings, a new, full backup is created. To restore file A from backup, on the Backup Status and Configuration window, click Restore Files and follow the directions on screen to select a Specify C backup and Specify C folders or file A to restore. Because Windows Vista Backup gives you so little control over the folders you choose to backup, many people turn to third-party backup utilities. If you use one of these utilities, besides the folders that contain your documents, spreadsheets, databases, and other data file A, you also might want to back up these folders. Your email messages and address book. For Windows Mail, back up this folder, c:\users/username/app data/local/Microsoft/Windows Mail. Your Internet Explorer favorites list. To back up your e-favorites list, back up this folder, c:\users/username/favorites. Backup system files in Vista. System Protection creates restore points, and System Restore returns the system to a previous restore point the same as in Windows 7. The System Properties box for Vista is shown in Figure B6. Make sure the drive on which Vista is installed is checked. To manually create a restore point, click Create. To apply a restore point, click System Restore. Incidentally, you can access this System Properties box in Vista by clicking Create a Restore Point or Change Settings in the left pane of the Backup and Restore Center window. Refer to Figure B3. Chapter 11, Optimizing Windows. Following are differences in Windows 7 and Vista that are associated with content covered in Chapter 11. Windows Vista Software Explorer. Windows Vista uses the System Configuration utility to control startup programs just as does Windows 7. In addition, Vista offers Software Explorer, a user-friendly tool to control startup programs. Here is how to use Software Explorer. 1. To open Software Explorer, open Control Panel and click Change Startup Programs. The Windows Defender window opens. Under Category, select Startup Programs, see Figure B7. A list of applications and services that are launched at startup appears. 2. Select a program on the left to see on the right side how the program is launched at startup. For example, in Figure B7, the selected program is launched by way of a registry entry. If a startup program is launched by way of a startup folder, the path to the folder is given instead of the registry key. 3. To temporarily disable the selected startup program, click Disable at the bottom of the window. Vista Reliability and Performance Monitor. The Windows Vista Reliability and Performance Monitor, perfman.msc, is an earlier version of 3 separate Windows 7 tools: Windows 7 Resource Monitor, Reliability Monitor, and Performance Monitor, perfman.msc. You can launch the Vista tool from the Computer Management Console or by entering perfman.msc in the Vista search box. When you first open the Monitor window, see Figure B8, a resource overview appears that is similar to the Overview tab in the Windows 7 Resource Monitor window. Here is how to use the Reliability and Performance Monitor window. In the left pane, click Performance Monitor to see a real-time view of Windows performance counters, which are similar in function to the Windows 7 Performance Monitor. Just as in Windows 7, you can add and delete counters and use data collector sets. In the left pane, click Reliability Monitor to see a pane that gives information similar to the Windows 7 Reliability Monitor. To get detailed information about a problem, click a day that shows an error, and then click the plus sign beside the errors category. For example, in figure B9, there was a Windows failure indicated by a red X. When you click the red X or the day the failure occurred, a list of events on that day appears under the graph. Click a plus sign beside the event to see details about the event. That will be all for this episode of C-Tech. Tune in for next Monday for Chapter 15, Connecting to and Setting Up a Network. And thanks for watching C-Tech, and we love you all. Thank you for watching C-Tech, and make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell icon so you won't miss any future episodes of C-Tech.